Do you know 3 ways to help out at home? We're going to talk about that on this episode of 5 Minutes with Dad.
Welcome to 5 Minutes with Dad, starring Pavlos and Angela Pavlidis, where you get to spend a few minutes with the smartest and coolest kids in the whole world, and their dad, too. And now, here are your hosts, Pavlos, Angela, and Nick Pavlidis.
Hey, what am I? A bag of chips?
Yeah.
You're like, who's ready for an awesome episode of 5 Minutes? Hey! Me! All right.
Wait a second.
Wait a minute.
Who's ready for an awesome episode of 5 Minutes with Dad? All right, let's start the show.
What am I? A bag of chips. Yes, I am a bag of chips. Oh, I'm not? I'm not a bag of chips? All right. Well, Ange, I am so excited about me. Angela's ready for an episode. Me too. Angela's ready for an episode of 5 Minutes with Dad. But we have something important to talk about today because Angela and we had a conversation earlier, maybe a couple days ago, about some of the stuff that Angela does around the house and how she empties the dish. Whoa.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
That's
press
okay.
That.
She pressed this. 5
Minutes with Dad!
Angela likes 5 Minutes with Dad. And that got us to talking that there are really 3 types of things you do around the house to help. And each one is done for a different reason. So we're going to talk about that because that's important. And we are going to do something before we do that. And what's that, Ange?
Who's ready for the resource of the week sandwich?
Yes, the resource of the week sandwich. Oh, hey, wait a second. If I'm a bag of chips, then
Eat chips.
Baby Pavlos wants everyone to eat me up.
Eat chips. Eat every snack. Eat chips. Eat every snack.
Yes. All right. Well, I am glad I'm not a bag of chips. So we're going to do the resource of the week sandwich, which starts with the first joke of the week. Who wants to do the first joke of the week?
Me.
Okay.
What's the best time to see the dentist?
What's the best time to see the dentist? I don't know. What is the best time?
Tooth hurdy.
Oh, and get it? Tooth hurdy. It's like 2:30, except it's saying your tooth hurts. You get it, Ange? You get it?
Still don't.
You don't? Okay, well, I guess then we should do this one.
Now we got to do this. Who's ready for the resource of the week?
Yes, now it's the resource of the week. This week's resource is something Angela loves.
Thank you, Pavlos.
Thank you, Pavlos.
Thank you, Recorded Pavlos.
Recorded Pavlos. So the resource of the week is a mega bead set by Aqua Beads. Angela loves doing these. They're similar to, what's the other thing you call it? Perler beads.
Except these need water. The other ones are a little easier to do because this you have to wait a lot longer for it to dry.
Yes, but you don't need an iron for this. You just need water. So it's a little easier to do.
You can use sink water.
Yes. Yeah. Just add water. So they're little beads and you make all sorts of designs with them and just put some water on them, but they take longer to dry. So the ironing for the perler beads makes it settle quickly, but you need more help from parents with those, right?
Yeah, but the aqua beads come with the set. Some perler beads don't.
Yes. So if you want to pick up a set of aqua beads, they're fun crafts. Just go to 5minuteswithdad.com/aquabeads. That's AQUABEADS. And that's our affiliate link to send you over to Amazon to pick up a set for your family. Yay! Yay! All right. So, Ange, now it's time for the joke of the week, part 2.
Wait, hold on.
What? 5
minutes with Dad. Who's ready for the resource of the week sandwich? Part 2.
Part 2. That's the second joke of the week, and it's a knock-knock joke. Okay,
knock.
Oh, you're doing this one too?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's there?
Dwayne.
Dwayne who?
Dwayne the Bath, I'm drowning.
Dwayne the Bath, I'm drowning. Oh no, Ange, I will Dwayne the Bath.
I thought it's drowning, not drowning.
It said drowning. You read that so quickly, you just skipped it. You know what's interesting about that? Go ahead, Ange. What were you gonna say?
I'm not that close.
There's Ange. So what's interesting about that is sometimes when we learn how to read and when we read, why are the crickets still going? When we learn how to read, when we read quickly, sometimes we skim over the words and we miss something, especially when it's a word that we know is. We know drowning is the right way to do it. We don't think to look at drowning, but it's Dwayne the Bath. I'm drowning. Get it? Anyhow. So, all right. Well. Yes.
Anyhow.
Yeah. Anyhow. Hey, yo. All right. So now let's talk about the important topic of 3 ways to help out at home, right? Ange.
Can I press this?
Go ahead. What is that? Oh, this is our transition. That's our transition music. All right.
Wait, is it done?
That's it. Mind blown. Ange, you think that's funny? Baby Ange. Me. All right. So, Ange, we talked about 3. Who do you want to introduce this? You or me? This person? I don't know who that is. All right. So the topic of the week is 3 ways to help out at home. So there are 3 different categories, and I'm going to talk about them, and then Ange is going to tell you some of the things that go in there. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say all 3, and then we're going to go back and talk about each one. So the 3 ways of helping out at home are one category number 1 are things you just do because you're a kid growing up in the house. Category number 2 are things you do to help out in the house, not because you're a kid, but because you are part of the house. Yeah, we play a game. And then number 3 are extra things that you do around the house that aren't part of growing up in the house or just helping out in the house in general to help your parents out or whoever you live with. Okay. So Ange, what do you want to do for a game?
Okay, so whoever is listening to this can also play. Just so my dad says a thing and you try and put it in the right category.
Oh, okay. So so here are the 3 categories. I like that, Ange. Ready? So here are the 3 categories. We have things you do as a kid, just because you're a kid growing up in the house, things you do to help out in the house, and things you do to earn money or extra things. Okay? Mm-hmm. All right. So Angela, making your bed. Which category is that?
Kid growing up.
Yes. You know why?
Why?
Because that's something you sleep in your bed, you get up, you make your bed. Why? Because you are putting something back the way you found it. You put it back nice and neat, so you're not adding extra work for other people in the house.
Sometimes I found it messy.
Yeah, that's because you forget to make your bed sometimes, huh? Yeah.
I like my bed like it.
So, what about taking the trash out? Is that things you do as a kid growing up?
Help out around the house.
Help out around the house. And what's important about the help out around the house? How much money do you get paid for that?
0.
0. That's right.
The thing is, with trash, I'll never touch it.
And you might if we need the help. Pavlos does the trash in our house. So I want to make a point. So the things you do as a kid growing up, like making your bed, are you're putting things back the way you found it, like that. So you're taking care of your stuff. The stuff that you move, you put back. So those are just things you do as someone growing up in the house. Now, when you take out the trash or something else, which we'll play a little bit more of the game, you're helping other people out too. So you're taking out the trash. That's everyone's trash that you do. So you're helping out around the house. You're taking a chore from someone else and you're helping more than just yourself. All right. So what about this? How about doing a extra creative task that your dad does with you, like a podcast?
Sometimes playing, sometimes growing up.
yes, sometimes if you just say, hey, Dad, can you do a podcast with me? And it's not a 5 minutes with Dad where we have a deal already, but then it's just something you do. It's a hobby you have. But if you say, hey, Dad, I want to save up some money to buy some toys or buy some perler beads or buy some aqua beads, then I say, ooh, well, what if we do a podcast episode together and you get paid for the podcast? So those are things you do to earn extra things. So they're not part of doing the house. So what's another one? If you folded the laundry, which one do you think that would be? Kid growing up, help out?
Help out around home.
Help out around the house. Those are things you help around. You put the laundry away. What's up?
Can I do one now?
Sure.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Let's see. Buy Christmas gifts because it's nearly Christmas.
Buy Christmas gifts. Well, if you go with your mom or you go with your dad to buy Christmas gifts, then that's pretty much just helping around the house, right? Or if it's not really around the house, but you're helping out. You're going, you're carrying stuff.
You are buying the gifts for your family.
If I'm buying the gifts for my family?
If you were, think back to when you were,
If you're buying gifts, then that's just something you do. That's not really a helping out around the house. But if you go to help your mom out, wrapping the presents for other people, writing cards out, those types of things are just things you do around the house. But things you do to earn extra money, what are some other things? I give you money to fill out your journal every day, right? I give you $1 every day. And
Dad,
then, go ahead.
I think that Christmas gift thing can go for all three.
I'm just kidding. Yeah,
because
it can
you know
be.
How?
Go ahead.
Because sometimes people can ask you to do this, and then they're going to give you money, but you say no, and then they still give you the money.
Yeah, so let's use.
But
that's
you
a
keep
great.
saying no and keep saying no and keep saying no.
That's a great idea. That's a great example too, because if you're buying Christmas gifts and let's say you're buying a gift for Pavlos with your saving money, you saved up to buy him something nice, or you're spending money because you're just buying him something small.
Yep.
Then that's just something you do as a kid growing up. If you go with mom to pick out Christmas gifts for people or help her carry that, that's stuff you do to help out in the house.
Yep.
Then if mom says, hey, Ange, I could use some help. If I give you $1 a gift, will you wrap the gifts? Then you can say, sure. Or you might say, I'll just wrap the gifts. But so that could be any one of those three categories. But the important part is there are things we do. Here's another example of things you do just as a kid growing up. Yeah, you cook with your mom. That's
me and my mom just bake these delicious chocolate chip cookies, but I don't like chocolate chip cookies.
Look at everyone's cheering for you baking chocolate chip cookies. Yay, Angela!
So I had not chocolate chip cookies.
Yes, you had chocolate chipless cookies.
But they taste like sugar cookies.
Yes. They weren't a sugar cookie recipe. They were chocolate chip cookie recipe with no chocolate chips. So I called them chocolate chipless cookies.
And since it's like this Friday, it's going to be exactly 2 weeks from Christmas, my mom said.
Yes, this upcoming Friday. So
our elf is here. She came on Thanksgiving.
Yep.
So we're leaving a one chocolate chip cookie for her.
Wow. Awesome. Yes. So, all right. So there are things we do as a kid growing up. That's like cleaning up our own after our toys, putting our books away, putting the shades up and down in our rooms, making our beds, putting our clothes in the hamper. It's the stuff that we do, we reset. So that way we don't add extra work for other people. Then number 2, things that we do just because we are a contributor in the house.
Family.
Things, yes, exactly. Things like, what's your family chore that you lead? Putting away what?
Aww, silverware.
Putting away the silverware. Angela doesn't love that, but she does it because she's part of the family. Angela loves. Angela loves putting away the silverware. But you know what? You think mom wakes up in the morning and goes, you know what I'd love to do? Put away some silverware.
No.
No. Nobody loves putting away the silverware, but you got to do it because you're part of the family.
I'd rather do it than shaking out the trash.
You want to take out the trash?
No, I said I'd rather do it than shake out the trash.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yes, if you had to choose between the two. And then there are things you do to earn money. So not all chores you get money for. Some you do just to help out. But if you want to do extras And you could even do some of them, like you said, some of them can be multiple categories. If you have 1 or 2 chores that you do just because you're a member of the house, like say, Angela, say yours putting away the towels and putting away the silverware.
Wait, why putting away the towels? That's so easy.
I know, but let's just say those are your contributing things around the house. And Mom said, hey, Ange, can you vacuum? And that can be a chore that we could pay on top of it, but once you're already contributing to that. What's up, honey bunny?
Just give me the idea. I'm going to ask Mom to put away the towels instead of the silverware.
What? Well, maybe she'll say, you know, that's a great idea. You can do both.
What? No!
Yay! Oh. All right. So that's what I wanted to talk about. 3 ways to help out. There are ways you just do to take care of yourself. So that way you don't add to other people's workload. Number 2, things you help out as a part of the family. And then you can do other things. And when you do all 3 of those things, everybody wins in the whole house because everything stays nice and clean. Everyone helps out, and you can earn extra money if your parents or whoever you live with wants to give you more extra work opportunity to do. All right, Ange, we'll do a little bit more of the game.
Yay.
All right, give me 2. You could do. You give me 2 and I'll guess.
Okay, let's say someone buys a new lamp. I don't know. I just look at this.
Lamp? I don't know, Ange. I think that's just something that happens. I don't think that's really a chore. But how about this? How about
Wait, how about this one?
Go ahead.
Read.
Read, that's something you do as a kid growing up. And parents, that's something we do to help out in the house. We read to our kids, right? Mm-hmm. So that's depends on who's doing the reading. And parents read as grown-ups as well. Yes. All right, so I'm going to do one and then we're going to go because we have been doing 30 Minutes with Dad episodes, and now we are already well over 15 minutes with Dad. So I'll do one more. Ange, what would you say is putting away your paint set when you paint? Is that things you do as a kid, things you do to help out, or things you do to earn money?
Earn money.
You see, you're laughing because you know you're wrong. Oop. What do you think?
Things you do.
Yes, things you do. All right, Ange. We had such a great time talking about 3 ways to earn money. Don't forget to go to 5minuteswithdad.com/aquabeads.
Thank you for listening to 5 Minutes
Thank you
with
for
Dad.
listening.
To connect
Thank
with
you
Pablo,
for
Angela,
listening.
and
Five
subscribe
Minutes
to
with
the
Dad.
5 Minutes with Dad newsletter at 5minuteswithdad.com.
Thank you for listening.